And we're live. Hi, Bridget.
Pity we're not in the same place on the same couch.
Yes. So because of the corona, we decided we're not gonna give up our podcast and we're just gonna do it live. And we find a way to do it. So yeah. So
Yep,
today's topic is, do you want to share?
yep, absolutely. So my name's Bridget, and my company is Shift One Degree. And today we're going to be talking about attitude and the importance of having the right attitude. So we're going to share 4 tips with you on how to work on having your right attitude. Because if anything we do have is a lot of time. So with a lot of time, you may as well have the right attitude. So the
Well, because
first
milestone is so many ways, so we need to make sure that we do have the right attitude and we're not like freaking out and getting into panic attacks or whatsoever.
Yeah, because it's so easy. It really is. It's like a one step closer to being insane. So to keep your attitude right in order to actually just kind of take every moment as it arises, the first point is to figure out what you need to change. So what that means is if there's the best part about lockdown is self-reflection, because you've got no choice, right? So you have to kind of look inwards and go, what's working, what's not working. And from there, you can then decide on what are the things when we are released from lockdown, what are the things you want to change? What are the things that you want to do differently? So that's the first point on
I think
attitude.
it's also a great time to even just take a notebook and put it next to you all the time and just write it like in points, like the things that you want to work on, the things that you can actually work on now while you in lockdown. Because I know for myself that, like we said, overthinking, for example, and we do have a video about this. Like I'm really working on keeping myself busy so I won't get to the overthinking part. And this is part of the thing that I want to change. So this is a great opportunity for me to work on it. And I must admit that I'm doing pretty well.
Awesome. Pretty well just overall, actually.
It is, and it's really a great time to reflect, like on everything that we do, on our business, on ourselves, and everything, and just to figure it out, like you said, what we want to change, and just make it, like even to start the change now, or see after, and just decide which habits we want to keep, which one not, and take it from there.
Make the change. Yeah. Do you want to share the second points?
Yes. So the second one is take responsibility for your thoughts and actions, and this is very important. Because I think like a lot of time our mind is drifting in so many different ways. And if we're not going to control it, especially like fears, because this specific time also brings a lot of fears from inside of us outside. So like what I'm trying to do is I do acknowledge my fears. I do let them be there, but I don't let them control me. And that's what how you do take responsibility on your thoughts and actions. Do you want to add to this?
I do. I mean, it's also about not being a victim. So it's going, okay, so so a big thing for me is about gratitude. So like you look and you go, okay, well, I've got Wi-Fi, there's no load shedding, I've got a place to stay. Like you just look at the things you're grateful for and you just think, well, actually, that's about taking responsibility. And I think when you don't and you go into this whole victim, it's just very easy to go complain. And kind of it's just, I don't know, it doesn't serve a purpose, I don't think. So yeah, just take responsibility, yeah.
I always say that bottom line, if there's the formula that I like to follow and I always repeat it, that event plus reaction equal to the outcome. This event happened. There's nothing we can do to deal with this, right? Like it's our decision on what the outcome we want it to be. And that's why if we're going to keep a positive mindset and we're going to change and be responsible for the way we think, we can actually get the most out of it. And I think that's where we need to take our mindset. And that's how we actually changing a bit our attitude, because this thing happened. It's not the first time something like this will happen. Other events will happen to you in your life. So bottom line, are you going to be responsible about how you're going to manage your thoughts, your fears, and take it from there? Or are you not? Or are you going to be on the negative side all the time? And what the outcome will be, will it help you? For example, even if you lost your job, will it help you if you feel sorry for yourself and be miserable? Or you need to start making plans and be more active?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that kind of ties into the third one, which is the way you look at a situation. And I think what's been so interesting for me about this time is that, sort of meditation and reading and that kind of downtime stuff is not really something I'm very good at, but it's something that I've definitely become a lot better at. And I look at this situation and it's such a such a place of reflection going, there's a reason that this happened. And because it's on a global scale, I think it's a message to the whole world, just going like, look at what's really important. Like, who's important in your life? What's important in your life? And focus on that. And the things you don't need. I mean, it's quite amazing that the only thing we're allowed to buy are essentials. That in itself is a message. You only need what you need. You don't need more than the basics essentials.
And we're actually, by the way, very lucky about this. We're not that lucky, sorry, because other countries are allowed to buy more and more stuff. It actually pushes South African to actually understand what they really need and to see that we actually don't need that much, you know. There's a nice video running now on Facebook of a lady from the noon, like, and then she just shows her place and where she lives and how they do a bath and everything. And she's so grateful for everything. So it actually puts everything in perspective. Like, we need to be very happy and feel blessed about what we got.
I think the one thing, and I mean, I've worked around this, so I've created a little exercise routine for myself. But I think the one thing would be amazing. You know, I saw somebody put out a petition about exercise. And I think a lot of other countries are allowed to exercise and walk their dogs. And I think, you know, to be able to, I understand not the gym, I get that because of the close proximity, I respect that. But I think to be able to exercise would be amazing, you know, and just if you've got a dog, take your dog for a walk. Because just that would just change everything. You wouldn't feel as trapped if you could but the rule could be, you're not allowed to drive there, but you can go from your house. So if you can go from your house, you can go for a walk, go for a run, but not if you have to drive, you can't do that. I don't know, something like that would be great, yeah.
I can tell you, so I do lots of yoga. So I do even like more than once a day sometimes, and I do it with Zoom for most of my friends. And I always laugh that like, around 4:30 when I start my class, there's a lady like across the street here that she also lives like in a complex. But every day on the clock, I see her do a run, just like in circles in the park. And that's amazing. Like, people, if they really want, they find it. And it's a great way to change their attitude. Like, even when I feel tired and I'm feeling, I don't have the power to do it. Once I do it and I get up, it makes you feel amazing. It changes your full mindset. So do it wherever you can do to change the way you look at things, even if it's by even Zoom parties, even if it's by doing sports, even just by meditating, like reading a book, like finding the things that can help you. Even just having, like, I'm doing date with some of my friends on Zoom, and we bring a glass of wine and just
my mom and I,
and I've got friends from different countries, and we do different journeys on it and meditations. So you can do it. Just, change your mindset. Think about the positive things that you can actually do. And from there, I actually going to take to the last point, which is don't let negative things drag you down. Because that's the easy part, to get these things to drag you down. And especially like, we were just talking before we started. You are at home with a partner. I'm at home alone, and I'm in a foreigner in a different country, and we just had a conversation about this. But like, I'm still looking at the positive. I'm chatting all the time through Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp with all my friends. I'm staying in touch. I'm keeping myself so busy. I'm seeing this as a great opportunity for each and every one of us to create his own community. And it doesn't matter what business you have. There's a lot that you can do, and there's a lot of growing that we can do. So instead of looking at the negative, which is not going to help you, because it's just going to put you in a big hole that it's going to be very difficult to come out of it. So look at the positive sides, right?
Yeah, the negativity, absolutely. I think also that's also like who you connect with and who you're speaking to and your environment. And I think just not allowing the negative stuff to come in, and just focusing on the stuff that you can work with. So if we were to summarize the 4 points.
But just before we summarize, I just want to add, like, when you spoke about the negative side, like when you speak about people. So I do have friends that like lost their jobs and they don't know what to do. But if you find the right person to have a chat with, to show you another perspective of things and encourage you to think outside the box, you will see that there is some improvements. And I can sit with some of my friends, and some of them maybe lost their job, but now they want to focus on other stuff so they can do it. And it's all about a different mindset. So just find the right people that will support you and help you to come out of that negative. But allow yourself to be in the negative for a few hours, for a day or two, but then pick yourself up and move on, because these things will keep on coming in our lives and we need to get used to it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Absolutely. So the first one is figure out what you need to change. And it's interesting because they say like domestic abuse is up, but obviously murder and all that kind of crime is down. And I think it's also interesting because in that environment, you get to see like from a people perspective, like who you really connect with and who you don't. I mean, there's some people you can chat to on Zoom for ages or on WhatsApp for ages. And there's other people that, I don't know, you realize like how deep is that relationship really, because you're not really that connected. So it just makes you look at the relationship you have with current people and to reevaluate the level of importance. So it's in all spheres actually. So figuring out what you need to change. Yeah.
It is, and just take it as an amazing opportunity to make the changes that you want, and now you got no distractions. Like there's nothing that can pull you away from this. It's you with yourself, and you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. And by the way, if you want to share with us or tell us how you coping with this, how you changing your attitude, maybe how your attitude is now. So feel free to write down. If you maybe feel free to contact us if you need some advices and you're not sure how to overcome these things. Like we're here to support, and I think it's a great time to create a community that really support each other. And from there, like I'm taking it to the second part that we spoke about, just to take responsibility, just for our thoughts and actions. Like we need to own them. It's okay to acknowledge the bad things that we think about, the fears and everything, but we're not allowed to let them control us, because if we're going to let them control us, we're going to find ourselves in a bad place, and when it's so difficult to come out of it, and all you see is negative, and then you find yourself taking medication and stuff like this. So basically you take it in, and but that's what happens, that people are so stressing from certain stuff that they actually bring maybe more diseases to themselves because of that stress. And why do to yourself, find the things that are going to calm you down and help you.
Yeah, which ties into the third one is change the way you look at a situation. So you really can look at this and go, so I have little chats to myself every single day. Like I wake up and I go, okay, you've got it. So today you're going to do this, what you're going to do. You're going to do meditation. I'm doing some work for Say Yes. I'm going to do work with them and do some coaching and just have that little chat. And if I feel myself going in a bit of a spiral place, I kind of like, no, I'm not going to feed that. I'm not going to feed that. So I'm not going to. So also you can stop those thoughts that come in, because you can't control those, right? They come in all the time, but you can control the story. So as they pop in, it's almost like with like an elevator, you just kind of close the doors. So when they come in, you close the doors of the elevator and you do not allow it in. So they stop the story around it, close the elevator, and just stay in the lift.
And go up. That's the you go up to the top. But it is, and when you said it, like I do a pep talk to myself like half of the day, like reminding myself, because it's tough. Like, we are in a different situation. Most people are not used to it. We never ever experienced something like this. And that's the beauty. We all in the same boat. So that's share it with others, and just like share with us, share with your friends, share with the people. Like there's a lot of networking events that also happening that you can join online and meet new people and get another encouragement. And I'll link it to the next one, which is like, don't let the negative, to drag you down. And it's like, just change your mindset. That's, I think, the main thing. And it's very difficult to see the positive in things, but remind yourself, negative will not lead you to nowhere. Positive, I'll take your example of the elevator, that can take you up or down, but you want to take it up, and that's the best. And you can even get friends with you and take them up as well, and that's the beauty of it. Use the online platform to inspire others. Share, create your own community, share your stories, share how you deal with this. And someone wrote here like formative, challenging, crazy paradox we find ourselves in. And it's true, like we all live, like it's a crazy time in our life that no one knows how to deal with this. No one have a magic cure for this. So if we can support each other and share, and that's the goal of what we decided to keep on doing this podcast and speak about things that are going to help you and changing your attitudes and like giving you some motivation on how to change your mindset. That's why we look forward.
And that's why next week, same time, we're going to focus also, we're going to stick with attitude. Because I think attitude is a big thing. It's a mind game. And if you can keep your attitude right, by the time you get out of lockdown, you'll be so clear on like where you're going, what you want to be doing. There's going to be massive clarity if you can keep your attitude right.
I can actually say that I feel the clarity now. Like for me, the coronavirus was an amazing journey that started with all the difficulties in it. So think about it. If you want to share with us, like, what's the contribution that you see in the coronavirus for your life? So feel free to share with us. And I hope to see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
Keep safe and be healthy.
Yes.
And right here now, attitude is everything, and definitely. So keep the positive attitude. That's what we want. We want more people positive. To give us a like.
Bye.